if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another sold out podcast, another sold out live on this Wednesday, man. Y'all smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional trying hauls. Y'all know we got Music Monday, but this is sold out on a Wednesday, that midweek break, where pretty much we're going to talk pretty much sneaker talk, man. Tonight's topic, before I even go any further, because sometimes I tend to forget about the topic, we're talking the White House confirmed the 19% on the shoe tariff rate for Indonesia, and then Extra Butter has a new, I guess, chief operating officer. So we're going to touch on that tonight. And yeah, man, pretty much going to be just a chill stream. We're also going to talk upcoming sneaker releases as well. If you guys haven't been living under a rock, we have a lot of heat dropping within the next week to 2 weeks to keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how this week go. And next week, because it's going to be expensive, and I'm speaking for myself here, right? Also, right, before I even go any further, sign up for that sold out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the comment section. It's free to sign up. Well, of course, we kind of continue the sneaker talk. We got a food section, a sports section, you name it, right? If I don't get the content out in time, most likely somebody's already posted it in the Discord. And, you know, honestly, at this point, it's really active around the clock over there, right? Okay, a gift and a curse, but I love it at the end of the day, man. So pretty much, this is going to be a very, very interesting week. Let me touch the chat real quick, and then we'll talk a little bit of slight little upcoming sneaker releases, but we'll save majority of the talk for towards the end, because it's going to be very interesting, man. An expensive week if you try to go for everything within the next 2 weeks. I do feel like it's going to be very interesting. Kind of, I feel like, caught me off guard. I ain't going to speak for everybody, but let me touch the chat, see what we got in the building real quick. Y'all let me know if audio and visual is okay as well, because, you know, these lives, while I feel like I set them up the exact same way each and every time, things can change, right? Let's see what we got in the building real quick, and then we'll get the party started. Looks like Rivero fam in the building says checking in. Fire Dame back in Portland, and just cop the Brick Forest. Been an awesome week. Go Blazers. I thought you said that you wasn't gonna cop any more sneakers until like December, bro. Was that you? If I'm not mistaken. But I mean, to be honest, hey, at the end of the day, you gotta treat yourself sometimes. But I thought that was you. Let's see where we're at. Long Beach says, salutes and respect to Polo in the chat. What up, Long Beach? What up, what up? What up, Rivero? What up, what up, what up? As y'all coming out, definitely smash the like button, man. It just takes a few seconds. Don't even trip over that joint. Let's see where we at. Long Beach says, sneaker talk, let's go. Most definitely. Looks like we got Divine Photos in the building. Says, I might get those rare Air 4s. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm trying to do more than make it a mic for me, right? Okay. And I'm going to touch on a little bit, right, how I feel about it. But yeah. I've already entered one raffle I know here, right? And if everybody's focused on the undefeated 4s, we shall see. Manny with the kicks in the building says, Yerp. What up, Manny? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Let's see, Devon says, once again, Jordan 4 is a single-handedly carrying the brand. I wouldn't go that far, Devon. I wouldn't go that far. Are they doing a good job? Yes. You know what I mean? But at the same time, 11 still hold their weight too. And I know what 11s, when they drop them at the end of the year in December, November/December time frame, it doesn't always look like it because they always produce a lot of pairs, and it's been that way for quite some time. But a lot of people who, this is the thing is, my thing with this, where I feel like Air Jordan 11 low key carry the brand, because when they drop, even if it appears they're sitting, they still sold a lot. One, Air Jordan 11 costs more, not by much now because of the way things went up, but they still cost more than a 4. Check one. 2, for the people who think they're into sneakers but don't keep up with the way sneakers drop on the way that we do. When December hit, they even claim like, yeah, I'm just into sneakers. And you look at their collection, I'm like, yo, you got 11s and maybe like a pair of 4s, and that's it. You know, so I would say 4 is a good runner-up, but I'm still going to give it to the 11s overall, still holding the title, in my opinion. And you got yours too. And I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying 11s, in my opinion, still hold a lot of weight over there for Jordan brand. You know what I'm saying? And Nike. Ribeiro says, they definitely was me for sure. That was me for sure until December. I remember. I knew it. And, hey, look. And I'm not coming at you sideways, bro. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? The only way I feel like, pause. But the only way I feel like you're gonna sit up here and be like, hey, I'm not copping nothing else until December, I'm done. Because you're not the only one. A lot of people, I've said that. I've seen other people say it in the comment section. And check this out. But yeah, I had to give in on this one. I'm like, bro, the only way you're not gonna, like, I'll put it this way. I'm not saying you can't do it or I can't do it, but it makes it extremely difficult if you're still getting notifications and you're seeing certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, trust me, you're gonna get enticed very easily. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, salutes. Hey, I don't know when your last cop was, but hey, I think I went a strong month, almost knocking on 2 months without copping any sneakers. So I feel like, hey, you know what? I did all right. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty good for me. You know what I mean? Hey, we all got our own, like, I guess you can say, vices, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, salutes, man. Hey, salutes. Congrats on the brick fours. Let's see. Man on the Kick says, Joe Jess and Devon, salute 100. Devon says, I did have access from JD and Finish Line for the Jordan 4s and couldn't pass up. Okay, that's what's up. So you did cop the joints. Okay, so I'm okay. That's what's up. Yeah. So and you says Jordan 4s and couldn't pass up. Hey, look, I look at it like this, right? Let's just keep it 100. Let's just keep it a buck real quick, right? Look, yes, the undefeated fours are coming next week, but we don't know how. And I know we're going to see stock numbers or what have you, right? Allegedly, whatever, right? Everybody's going to come out the woodwork for that shoe. We're already talking about it, and it's supposed to be next week. So this is my thing, dog. For the people, not everybody finna hit on, and I hope I'm wrong when I say this, but not everybody finna hit on the undefeated fours. But, meanwhile, if the rare Air 4s are still available, once everybody takes their, whoever takes their W and L, whoever's left over didn't get an undefeated 4, what do you think shoe they're going to just, all right, let me check for this instead to, feel better, so to speak. Right? You know what I'm saying? And keep in mind, we got back to school week like right here. There's a lot of factors that's playing into I just named 3. If I really sat down and really tried to note it out, probably could name more, Just saying. Devon says, not gonna lie, 2025 had many great releases. This is gonna be a tough, when I get to the top 5 sneakers of 2025 for me, it's gonna be tough. I mean, we've had some great releases, you know what I'm saying? White Cement 4s, I rock those joints today. I got an on-feet pick coming in the Discord, probably when I get off live. Yeah, that came in 2025. We got the update version, Sometimes Jordan Brand, when they do re-releases and we make subtle changes like that, that's a win. That is a win all day long, dog. Where we at real quick, Devon says, what up, Manny and Joe Jets? Devon says, those rare Air 4s kind of remind me of the original Bread 4s with the suede. I can see that. It's still going to be a win, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I was talking to my coworker today, fun fact, that's also a sneakerhead. He's more OG than me, but he's still super cool, right? He was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? He ain't, you know what I'm saying, as excited as I am and we are about the undefeated 4s, a lot of the OGs are like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? That takes a little bit out of the equation too, you know what I'm saying? So, homie said, he ain't really tripping. I told him he was tripping, but you know what I'm saying? He has his taste, you know what I'm saying? That's probably going to be me probably in the next 5 to 10 years, maybe give or take, maybe 5 to 7 years. I don't know, probably even less, where I'm going to be like, you know what? Especially if you've been there, done that, had that, you know what I'm saying? When they do re-releases, sometimes it's hit or miss for the OGs, is what I'm trying to get at. You know what I'm saying? What we at real quick, Manny says, I need both Nigel Air Jordan 1s and the undefeated 4s. Okay, I respect it. I saw those floating around too. I definitely need those undefeated 4s. I need the rare Air 4s. And then also another thing that brought to my attention too, and I think it was you, Divine. Keep in mind this too. You know what? This even further proves my point about the OG. So I was talking to the OG on Monday. I'm talking to him every day because he at work. But we had a somewhat in-depth conversation on Monday. So I was like, yeah, we got the undefeateds or whatever. When I think Tuesday, I was like, we got the undefeateds. He's like, yeah, I saw those, but the steals, The 10s, they coming out. You know what I'm saying? He more so on that. And that's another thing, too, that I didn't throw in the equation. So, let me just, like, if you try, I'm not going to do no rough math, right? I'll do a little rough math. Think about this. If you, as a true diehard sneakerhead, and I'm not just talking about you, I'm just talking about in general, because there are some people, right, that I grew up and I was never this guy, borderline probably that guy, but there's some people that try to cop every single sneaker no matter what because they just love Jordan Brand and Nike. So if you think about it, one shoe that's not being mentioned a lot is what? The Among-Year Burgundy 5s, which triggered off to me when I woke up this morning. I'm like, yo, ain't nobody talking about these. They still dropping. And to be honest, dog, if I go on their website, the raffle is closed, but I don't see them loaded up like you're going to try to get them again, first come, first serve. I'm not saying they're not doing that, but it's not as easy as to find. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm going to drop a drip or skip on that tomorrow. But think about it. We got the Among-Year 5 Burgundy joints, the Burgundy Crush Cummins. We have the Undefeated 4s. We have the Rare Air 4s, which is going to be becoming that. So let's do it all over. So we got the Burgundy Crush Among-Years. We have the Air Jordan 4s, Rare Air. Then we have the Undefeated 4. That's 3. And then we got the Air Jordan 10 Steels. Hey, just imagine if you try to cop all that and say you hit and you're just that guy, that's easily 1K plus. You know what I'm saying? Give or take. Easily. You know what I'm saying? Devon says, if you put all your eggs in one basket for the undefeateds, you will miss out on the 10s and the rare airs. People gonna be big mad. That's my thing, yeah. And I think Boosie said it best, dog. You can't put all your eggs in one basket and not expect some of them to crack. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, Boosie got some of the best analogies, dog. I'm gonna keep it real. That's my thing, right? That's my thing. Like, I'm excited for the Undefeated 4s. I'm not even gonna front. And to keep it 100, borderline me early, I was like, I'm ready for the Undefeated 4 release to come and go for real. I was literally low-key more excited about the Rare Airs, if I'm gonna keep it real. But the Undefeated 4 is kind of one of those, like, it's like a hidden gem. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, like, it's one of those, like, that, like, at one point we considered this like a unicorn. That shoe was thousands of dollars on the resale market because we never got an official release. Now we're getting something close to that. It's gonna bring that shoe down, but probably not all the way down. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's kind of like what we consider like a unicorn. So of course I'm gonna try for it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna try for it. You know what I'm saying? But like you're saying, cool for the people who putting, hey, I'm skipping all this and going for that. You know what I'm saying? How many pairs is gonna be of the Undefeated 4s? How many people are going to get lucky? But then you also got to think about this. Even if Jordan Brand makes a lot of pairs, you also got to factor in, we finna bring in a mixture of the people like you and I. We're going to bring in a mixture of the hype beast. We got a mixture of the resellers that want to taste of this too, because they're trying to get as many pairs as they can to give it back to people like you and I who want those, and or the hype beast who want those. So you got that group going in there. OGs, not all, but, you know, we'll say half of those. So we definitely got more people coming to the table trying to eat whenever, you know, can Jordan Brand make enough pairs? Is there enough pairs? Do they want to take the route of saying like, all right, cool, we going to keep this limited because this shoe is on that level, you know? Where we at, Men on the Kick says, facts, Polo, appreciate that. Devon says, the reason people changed up on the Rare Airs are those undefeated. This is true, but we still gonna have some people come through. I actually like how the Undefeated 4s and the Rare Air 4s got the Velcro tag from what it looks like that comes off. I like that's a nice feature, man. I mean, Jordan Brand, they know what they do, man. They know what to do to keep us interested, man. So, yeah, very going to be interesting. We'll talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases toward the end of the live, but definitely had to get that off my chest because I'm like, to be honest, as you can see, man, I've been up since what? 4 something this morning, so you know the kid just, you know, it is what it is. We getting wound down, chill time, so this is going to be a chill vibe. I'm going to be on the joint for like roughly another 30 minutes, but let's touch the first topic real quick. Let me share my screen here. Boom, you guys should be seeing my screen. Appreciate everybody for being active in the chat because, to be honest, let's keep it 100. We know this was going to be an interesting week already with the Rare Air 4s. You know, to be honest, I was anticipating them to sit, but then we had that debate where they're not going to sit. I don't know. We're going to see how it goes. Let me touch the chat real quick. Devon says, if the undefeateds go well in terms of how it drops, it could be the top 5 sneaker of the year combo. You know, debatable. But I'm not saying you're wrong. I mean, to be honest, like you said, if you really think about it, we had a low-key lot of heat drop this year. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? They've done a good job this year. You know, and I ain't even really going to go off the top of the dome, but white cement 4s, that's a check box. You know what I'm saying? The new guy, Elliot Hill, has been hitting us with a lot of, and I don't know if it's just him and these were already playing, but they already been hitting us with a lot of heat. You know what I'm saying? Didn't we get the I'm a year Air Jordan 3 joints, the blue joints this year too? You know what I'm saying? Which is super comfy. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to think about. We definitely got a lot to think about. And I really need to do I usually do a mid, like top, whatever. But to be honest, I'm going to thug it out this year. And I'm going to wait till the end of the year and really put my thoughts together. You know what I'm saying? Metallic 5s, they did facts, Divine. Facts. Hey, salute to Divine. Look, Metallic 5s caught a lot of people off guard, myself included. Probably you all, right? Because remember, I went live for that one, right? This my thing. I remember I was like, easy cop. I yawned on that joint. I was like, easy cop. I got up on time and still did what I was going to do. But I was like, honestly, I thought I was going to hit on sneakers and boom. But that joint was taking a little too long for my liking. I'm glad I went on and went to sneakers. Actually, no, run it back. I thought I was going to hit on Foot Locker app because I'm like, I always hit on Foot Locker app. I'm not worried about it. I had already had a whole plan. I was like, yo, I'm going to hit on the Foot Locker app, do a mall vlog, do a on feet and review. And, you know, I got the drip and skip joint, you know what I mean? But when I got that, you didn't hit on Foot Locker, it was like, they would just realize just then, I was like, yo, they about to be a problem. And people actually rocked with this shoe because when I was out and about, I saw that shoe everywhere. Point blank period, man. So let's get to the first topic and then we'll transition on to extra butter. But it says, White House confirms 19% shoe tariff rate with Indonesia White House confirms 19% shoe tariff rate with Indonesia. And it says, are China and EU, Cambodia next, right? Okay, so interesting. Now keep in mind, why this is important to us. This could easily make the shoe go up more if it's produced over there and it's got to come over here. Point blank period. A lot of people don't want to accept that, but that is what it is. I'm not talking politics. I'm just talking just the economy at this point. Right, so let me keep it moving. It says the U.S. now also has a trade framework for 19% duties on Philippine imports and 15% of Japanese goods entering the U.S. market. The White House and the Republic Indonesia on Tuesday said in a joint statement that they have framework of negotiating radical trade agreement. The statement confirms what U.S. President Donald Trump said on July 15th, his Truth Social platform, that an agreement was in place providing for a 19% tariff on imports to the U.S., with American having full access to Indonesia, and exports to Southeast Asia nation would not be taxed. So here we are right here. But at the same time, you got to keep in mind like this. At the same time, I'm not supporting or saying who's right and who's wrong. But stuff like this, the people who suffer first from what it seems like, it may be the business, but it ultimately falls down on the Joe Schmo, like, I would assume like you and I, the consumer, the customer, you know? Because whenever companies already got to raise their prices, even though technically I feel like they could take the hit, but I don't know what all they got to pay for. Because at the same time, you know, to play devil's advocate, some people say like these people own these businesses and they are worth like billions of dollars. They may be, but do they have that actual physical cash? You know? They have a lot of money, but at the same time, if a lot of it's back into the business, you know, that's on if you sell it. You got to do this, and you're going to take a hit. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of factors that play into that. You know what I'm saying? I say all that to say, so they probably already got stuff set up where, hey, we good here. But, you know, yeah, they got room for improvement to pay to get their product if they want it over here to continue to make money. So maybe that's where Trump's side of things may be playing on this, right? It says the White House statement also noted that the two countries are committed to strengthening the economic and National Security Corporation to enhance supply chains resilience, as well as complementary actions to address unfair trade practices of other countries and combat duty invasion. So a lot of things to take into consideration here when it comes to that, man. So these cats could easily probably make a like difference, but at the same time, maybe Trump feels like he's got a reason to force his hand sometime. Again, not picking sides or anything like that. My bad, bro. I just had to take a little swig. But anyway, let's keep it going. It says, while there are likely a number of still unanswered questions, for now, shoe manufacturers at least can breathe a bit better. The original threatened radical tariffs levy for Indonesia was 32%. So I guess that's a win. If we do some rough math, keep in mind this. It's still going to be up there because they're paying more, but it's not as bad as they thought it could be. I'm on the calculator, so that's a 13% difference. You know what I'm saying? It could be worse because at one point they said it was going to be 32. Now it's down to 19. Now, what it originally was, that's very interesting too, which I'm pretty sure was probably less than that. Way less. You know what I'm saying? Where we at real quick? It says, where we at? I'm going to read this one right here. It says, other trade deals disclosed this week were with Philippines at 19%, down from the proposed 20%, and Japan at 15%, down from the proposed 25%. So here's the problem, though. Check your shoe. You know, it's made most likely in some form of Asian country, right? Like, and I'm not trying to pick on anybody or take any sides, but Indonesia, I know for a fact I know which shoes I got that say made in Indonesia. You know what I'm saying? Now it's going to toss Nike them 19% more to get it over here, you know, or give or take what they were paying. Plus, you know, it's up 19%. Check your made in China joint. You know what I'm saying? They said they could be next. Man, I don't know how. Honestly, if I think about it, not to be rude or mean, is there any, I'm not saying it isn't, but who has a shoe that's from Nike that says their shoe is made in the USA? That's one I would like to see. I'm sure it exists, but I'm just curious. Like, I don't really, you know, I don't think none of mine say that. It says, on the footwear front, one country still said to be in talks with the U.S. is India. Trump said earlier this month that the countries are close to a deal, but so far no announcement has been made. The shoe-producing country so far also hasn't received a tariff letter. India is facing a 26% radical tariff rate. So they're facing some big numbers as well. Let's see. The trade deals announced so far follow a similar pattern. There's also based on the framework for continued talks to finalize deals in terms. Says they also lower the tariff duties for the countries importing to the U.S. while agreeing for opening access for American exports at zero duty rates, with the exception of Vietnam, who they also provided for trans-shipping levy. So Vietnam, I got some shoes I know for a fact that's made in Vietnam. I know for a fact some made in Indonesia and some made in China. And to be honest, that's where I feel like all majority of my shoes are made, with the exception of like New Balance. You know, New Balance, I will say this, they go so much they'll put it on the tongue of the shoe, like made in USA. No, and I'm not coming at it sideways. I live here. So, I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I can only say so much about the place that I live in. But granted, I live it, so I feel like I can't speak on it more than a lot, you know? It says, in this case, Vietnam, which has a 20% tariff rate, there's also an imposed 40% tariff on transship goods. This rate is specific to Vietnam, but also likely because Chinese manufacturers are known to have a converted China tariffs by shipping first to Vietnam before heading it to the final U.S. destination. Wow. So, thing is this, for the people who want to play ball game where it's like, okay, cool. We know China most likely, we know they're going to ship to Vietnam first, then to us, we'll tax it here. So you're going to get hit double, triple, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Where we're at real quick, we got Big Money Tony in the building, says, what's goody? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Smash that like button, homie. That's what's up. We just talking a normal talk here, man. We're definitely going to have a very interesting talk here in the next, I'll say 5 minutes for upcoming sneaker releases, man, because we still got a lot of heat coming. I did kind of address it at the beginning of the live, but I'm going to save it towards the end as well. Where we at? Let me get through this article, then we're going to talk the extra butter article, and then we're going to keep the party going. It says, let's see, Vietnam, which accounts for 25% of footwear production globally, has become the go-to place for athletic performance shoes. The initial radical rate proposed by Trump was 46%. Trump disclosed his global radical tariffs on April 2nd. Since then, there's been pauses on the tariff hikes to allow for negotiations for new trade deals between the U.S. and other countries. With the August 1st deadline fast approaching and Trump noting that no more extensions would apply, one can expect a possible flurry of forthcoming trade deals. Disclosures featuring the same framework trend as those already announced. Trump said Tuesday that Europe is expected to shortly, along with others coming in. Okay, so he feel like what he's doing, he's being, I heard a lot of people say he's being a bully, but I mean, he's using the forceful tactic versus, the other, side of the parties. And I really don't want to talk politics, but he's more aggressive compared to the other parties. You know what I'm saying? And I'll just leave it at that, Will it work? We don't know. But it says there's been rumblings that there could be a deal with European Union, EU, at a 15% tariff rate, although the EU also said that it's preparing for a radical 30% duties should a framework agreement not be reached by August 1st deadline. Spain, Italy, Portugal, and Germany are among the EU countries that manufacture shoes. In addition to manufacturing premium and leathers and textiles used for footwear are also sourced from EU countries. So interesting, right? Even if you get some of your, and everybody's going to be affected here, right? Even if your product says made in USA, some of their products that they get to make their products to come up over here still come from over like these other countries, Just a fun fact, right? Allegedly, just, I know, I'm not going to say who or what, I don't know which one, but just allegedly, So at the end of the day, we've been eating off each other for a long time, It says China, which is the largest global supplier of footwear, remains the other question mark for shoe producers. The radical rate stated at 34%, but then escalated to a high 145% for certain goods. That was followed by a 90-day pause through August 12th that included a temporary 30-day percent rate. The two countries agreed to rate the early materials trade deal in June, and that was supposed to set the stage for the de-escalation of the U.S.-China tensions as well as pave the way for further talks on a trade deal. But hard feelings may have resurfaced when Trump imposed the 40% transship levy on the Vietnam, which targets trade between China and Vietnam. China is both Vietnam's largest trading partners and its largest supplier of production products, or inputs, I should say, right? Again, that lets you know right there. That's why everybody in there feeling like you messing with the money when you don't really got to. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people already saying that, and this is definitely different times. You know what I'm saying? Big Money Sonny says, can't believe it's only Wednesday. It's damn sure feels like Friday. Can't wait for those rare Air Force, and I can't wait for J-Rod this Friday. Salutes. That's what's up. How you feeling about the undefeated, Sonny? How you feeling? Gotta hear your thoughts on it. Minimum the Kick says, Sonny, salute. Big Money says, Manolo. Hopefully I got that correctly, because only reason I probably know how to pronounce that is because you say it all the time during the Goodfellas meeting. But we're cool. Let me read the last part of this article, then we'll transition on to the next topic, and then we'll talk upcoming sneak releases, and then we'll wrap this thing up here in the next 20 minutes if that's cool with everybody else. It says Trump earlier this month issued a tariff letter to Cambodia, a growing shoe manufacturing destination, that threatened a 36% duty rate, down from the previous 49% threat. If the parameters for a trade deal aren't negotiated by August 1st, the two countries have had at least 3 rounds of talks, but so far there's been nothing more definitive regarding any agreed upon framework for a trade deal. So there you have it, man. That's the update on this one right here for pretty much the tariffs talk. You know what I'm saying? Again, I can't really kind of get away from it. So pretty much right now, Indonesia's at 19%, but we're going to see what's the future for like China and Cambodia and other, spots that haven't really set in on a deal yet. So let's transition on to the next topic. And we got Extra Butter taps Adidas alum. And this is, I believe, Maine Gonzalez as Chief Operating Officer. Hopefully I said that correctly. And if I butchered her name, my bad. Big Money Sonny says, undefeated with the Nike Air or a must cop pass on a Jumpman. I got the OGs. Nike Air undefeated on August 2nd. Only correct. I think it is just a Jumpman on these. But again, I've also been kind of confused because is it going to be both for the Jumpman? It would be dope. You know what they should do? And I don't think this is it. It would be nice if they did Jumpman on one, Nike on the other, where at that point, it brings everybody in. But I think these are just going to be a jump, man. Don't quote me. Don't quote me. Don't quote me. Don't quote me. Either way, I'll still cop. I'll come out for those for sure. But I feel you. Big Money Sonny says, and yeah, you said Manolo correctly. Salutes, homie. Appreciate it. I mean, I've been hearing you saying it so much, I feel like I might as well say it too. I noticed even Divine started picking up on it a little bit too. And that's not a diss. Not at all. But let me cover this article too real quick for like the last 10 minutes, and then the last 5 minutes we'll talk upcoming sneaker releases, because obviously, man, like I said, a lot of heat this week. Bars, no pun intended. It says, Gonzalez has also held roles at Dr. J's, Packer Shoes, and Stashed. Now, I don't know about Stash, but I know about Packer and Dr. J's, and I'm pretty sure I know about Stash as well, now that I think about it. But the Packer Shoes, it's been a place where people always found like a hidden gem, but their stuff was easily bought too. You know what I'm saying? American says, Polo half, PR, Sonny, come on, man. Hey, I know what PR, you try to say I'm half Puerto Rican? Hey, never mind, I almost said something, but you might be on it something, but I'm going to let it slide. I'm going to let it slide, man. I'm going to let it slide. I talk too much. But yeah, maybe. Allegedly. Who knows? Extra Butter says, in its parent company, TGS Holdings, he has named Maine Gonzalez as its new chief operating officer. According to the retailer, Gonzalez will play a pivotal role in driving the continued growth and innovation of both entitles. The TGS Holdings also owns Nashville-based retailer Rooted, as well as the other shops including Renant, Cruz and Sons, and Reed Space. It says, in its new role, TGS noted that Gonzalez will oversee all aspects of operations, strategy, and business development for Extra Butter. Okay, cool. So the people who don't know about what Extra Butter is, that's another place too. I feel like it's been a hidden gem where you can cop sneakers. Now, I think it's based out of New York, if I'm not mistaken, but don't quote me on that. Matter of fact, let me see if I can just get that fun fact real quick. Y'all bear with the kid. Put myself back on the main screen, because again, I don't think I've ever copied anything with Extra Butter, but I've definitely heard about Extra Butter. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sit up here and act like I haven't, but Extra Butter, I'm gonna see if I can just put it in the Googles really, really quickly. Yeah, I know the kids should have been a little bit more prepared, but it is what it is. This is the point of live, because we learn right here and on the spot. You know what I'm saying? I know for you New Yorkers, like, y'all know about this joint. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it's definitely a retail store. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see if I can pull up their Insta real quick. Instagram for the people who don't know. But yeah, I feel like this is a place where you can still cop this stuff. Boom. I don't think it's like a resale shop. I feel like they actually do have like an actual like Nike account, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, this is Extra Butter. And ironically, what do they have right here? Rare Airs. Because not everybody getting the undefeateds, I'm assuming. The undefeateds is going to be loaded up. And that's another thing too. Where's the undefeated dropping at? Is it on the website or is it on sneakers? Like, what we going to see? And I know sneakers don't really do an update until Friday, and even if we're going to get a shock drop or what have you, right? But it's Extra Buddy. Let's see. Men with the Kick says, we know. He says, yeah, it's in NY. That's what I figured. Hey, these rare fours, bro. This is another thing. So I'm gonna save it towards. I'll save it towards the live. Let me get to this next one real quick. Let me finish through this. It says, in a new role, TGS noted that Gonzalez will oversee, respect that, the Extra Butter, and will also be contributing to the growth of the arena. I read that part. Responsible for enhancing brand presence, optimism, and retail experiences, and expanding market reach across TGS Holdings' diverse portfolio, the company added. Let's see where real quick says Maine's proven track record of leadership, deep understanding of the lifestyle retail sector, and passion for the community align with perfectly with our values and aspirations. We are confident that her extensive expertise will be instrumental in propelling Extra Butter Renoites Brodered in the new heights, said Akur Aman, co-founder and chief executive officer of TGS Holdings, said in a statement. Says, I haven't worked in the footwear industry since 1981. I almost aged them really bad. But 1981, Gonzalez has had that's a she actually, distinguished career, including pivotal roles at Dr. J's, Adidas, Packer Shoes, and more recently, Stashed. So Nike admin co-founder, or Nick Admin, co-founder, CFO of TGS Holdings, added that the team has known and admired Gonzalez for a long time. Her passion for our industry and vision for the future deeply resonates with the foundation we built in the Extra Butter, he noted. He's strategically thinking the operational experiences pretty much honored over decades in the industry will be key with the continue to evolve and deliver unique experiences to our company or to our community across all vineyards. So pretty much she's saying like, feel like she's a good fit. You know what I'm saying? And again, a lot of people are making changes within their roles. Nike has been at the forefront of doing that once we got Elliott Hill in the building. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't wasting no times. You know what I'm saying? Man with the Kick says, undefeated website and Nigel website. Good luck, everyone. I'm going to roll the dice on undefeated website. They said August 2nd. Is it going to be like a raffle or, you know what I'm saying? We about to get upcoming sneaker releases anyway. I'm just curious what kind of release is going to be, a raffle, what have you. And why they not loaded up on sneakers? Are they going to do like a drop here and then hit us again with sneakers? I'm very curious because maybe these are going to be limited. And if they are limited, it further proves my point about pretty much the rare Air Force. But let me finish up this article, then we'll talk upcoming sneaker releases here for like the last 5 minutes. And we should be good to go. It says, for Gonzalez, she has noted that she has a long admired the company for its commitment to innovation, culture, and community. I have a question, right? And y'all have been watching the lives with me on Wednesdays and Saturdays, coming in, chilling, and kicking it with the kid. Every time I talk about a company or anything, whether it's Nike, you fill in the blank here. But anything that I talk about sneaker-wise, what's the one word they always love to use? Right? At this point, if I feel like one word, and I'm going to look up the exact definition, but I feel like I'm never going to forget it at this point. Innovation. That's like their like sweet spot or soft spot for like words they want to use for like sneakers, dog, or like trying to bring something different to the table. And that's innovation. But this is my thing. Like, we as a people, not saying to get something new off now, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Especially for Nike, man. We get like, they bring us new stuff and they bring in the technology, but we don't always necessarily accept it. So let me share my screen real quick of what the definition is. It says innovation refers to the process of introducing new ideas, methods, and or devices or implementation of something new. So it's a broad term. If you think about it, it can mean cool. We bring something new to the way to sell the shoe, or we bring in a new product. You know what I'm saying? Or we can pretty much try like just any new ideas that can help the brand. It's a very broad term. It says in a broad concept, this can involve anything from developing new products to improving an existing process. Innovation is often associated with creativity, but also involves the practical application and execution of new ideas. There you go. I mean, really, to be honest, that's a perfect term and, definition for it to my knowledge. Got that from Google, but it's a very broad term, man. I got to give that where, a word that I kind of get tired of hearing and seeing, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let me hit the chat real quick. Long Beach says, salutes to Manny and Divine and Sunny. Appreciate that, Long Beach. Let me finish up the last little part. It says, Extra Butter, Renarch, and Rooted have each established themselves as an iconic destination within their respective markets, and I look forward to working with the talent teams to build upon the strong foundations, explore new opportunities, and continue to delivering exceptional experience to our customers worldwide, Gonzalez said. This new appointment comes after Extra Butter expanded its presence internationally for the first time 2 years ago in 2023. The boutique retailer chose India for its international debut, specifically the lower apparel retail hub of Mumbai. Or hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Or yeah, Mumbai. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. If not, y'all forgive the kid. But yeah, man. So looks like Extra Butter them. They're just expanding and they're adding 2 new team members and hopefully bringing something different to the table. Me, I don't feel like I've ever caught from Extra Butter. Now I have heard about Extra Butter, but oftentimes I'm gonna keep 100. I often forget about them, but they are a boutique. Kind of like if you think about it, like they're kind of like I'm My Year, but I don't think they've done like their own sneaker drop. So I'm My Year is a boutique, you know, because I think they only have 3 physical locations: Atlanta, one in DC, and then I think there's one more location too, right? Okay, if I'm not mistaken. So Houston, right? They have Houston, Atlanta, and they have the one in DC. You know, that's kind of really a boutique, meaning they are selling retail products, but they are like, you know, while their brand is big, it's not like a lot of locations where like, cool, you know, any mall you go to is going to most likely have a Foot Locker and some other store like a DTLR and or you fill in the blank, right? We're going to have that. You know, you're gonna most likely going to go to a mall. You're going to have a Macy's, right? You're going to have a JCPenney maybes, right? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. They're not on that level. And that's not a diss, but I'm saying like they don't have that big a expansion, right? And that's what I'll go with there. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much that covers that article. And then let me see what we got right here. This is the Rare Air Force we were talking about. But yeah, I think we'll call it a little early here tonight. Let's talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases, man, and wrap this thing up here for tonight for like the last, like what, roughly 7 minutes. Now, like I was saying towards the beginning of the live, right? It's going to be an interesting, expensive week. You know what I'm saying? Again, not going to do no like rough math, but I'm assuming every shoe is pretty much $200 or right on the money mark, right? Including this one. We've been kind of like really tripping or not really saying anything over this one, but I brought this up this morning. I'm My Year 5s, right? The Black Collective joints, I've seen people do adding for it. I've seen YouTubers do adding for it. This is my thing with the joint. And I don't want to sound like I'm dissing it, but this is, I feel like this is a shoe they should have dropped sooner and or after this. Like, this something you don't drop in the heat of the battle and thing. And this, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect, you know what I'm saying, to I'm My Year. This is my thing. We got Rare Air Force, I'm My Year. What you think finna happen, right? With the 5s. Cool. Run it back. All right, cool. Well, Rare Air Force sold out, which they haven't sold out yet. We got the undefeated 4s. Now we got in the runnings of the I'm My Year 5s. Keep in mind they're doing the Air Maxes with it and the Air Force One. I'm going to put it this way. With all 3 shoes on the table for I'm My Year, I'm not saying they're not going to sell any shoes, but they're not going to move as quickly until people decide their fate next week and find out about the undefeated 4s. We're in the fear of the unknown, so to speak, right now. The fear of missing out is what we like to call it, right? Because we don't know who's going to hit on undefeated 4s, who don't not. You know what I'm saying? We got a couple places from Manny that's saying doing raffles, but I mean, who's to say more don't come get added to the table? Because they're expected, August 2nd? You know what I'm saying? It's going to be very interesting. Long Beach says, I think the Rare Air Force will sit. They'll be available in stores for sure after the release. This is my thing. I anticipate this, right? And I could be wrong. Now, I'm My Year is doing the 5s. Air Max, they're doing the Air Max 95s. They're doing the Air Jordan 5s. And they're doing the Air Jordan 1 drops, right? Okay, this is supposed to be anticipated Fridays, right? That's 3 shoes from I'm My Year, right? Not counting nobody pockets, but we're looking at 150 up per shoe. You know, you also have the Rare Air Force, right? We got 4 shoes. And the next week, everybody's anticipating, right? Okay, we're anticipating the undefeated 4s. That's 5 shoes. A lot of people Even though, like Devon said, nobody shouldn't put their eggs all in one basket. But you know, a lot of people are. A lot of eggs going in the basket for the undefeated fours. Then, okay, cool. Once everybody know their fate on that one, for these shoes that potentially could sit, meaning the On My Year drops for the Burgundy Crush joint. Then we have the Rare Air 4s, and then of course the Air Max 95s that's coming with them, and the Air Force One. People are gonna go back and go in between there. I would think the next shoe, while the Rare Air Force may not sell out instantly, but I'll say they are gonna sell out within worst case scenario 3 weeks. Keep in mind another factor that we don't want to forget about: back to school. You know what I'm saying? Because those kid sizes they're making that, and some people kids, and I ain't talking about nobody churn or nothing. I think when I started wearing adult sizes, and I'll speak for myself. When I was in school, I started wearing adult sizes around about like 7th or 8th grade. I want to say like 8th grade, and my feet never shrunk. Well, a little bit, but I'll say by 8th grade. So pretty much the average like middle schooler is gonna be wearing adult sizes too. You got to keep that in the factor too. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna make those shoes sell out too. You know. And a lot of people like to do the father and son, or the mummy and son, or the mummy and daughter, or the father and daughter like matchup joint too. It's a lot of factors playing into this. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Where we at real quick? Long Beach says, On My Year has been pretty cheeks when it comes to the collabs more recently. And we were saying that in the Discord as well earlier. And we've been saying this for quite some time. Hey, it's time for them to bring something different to the channel, or something different to the table. A lot of people saying they should switch up the color. Well, I see that, but I don't fully agree. But they also got to bring something other than that simple, that classy, flashy look. You know what I'm saying? Like at work with the threes, it was something different. But yeah, they do got to find a way to reinvent the wheel, so to speak. I agree. Then also, we got the Air Jordan 10s, the steel joints. They're releasing in August here. I'm assuming they're coming next week. I'm pretty sure. Again, for the people who don't know, this is a classic timeless sneaker too. Special box look like this is getting right here. This is some images for you people, right? I'm pretty sure I'm going to drop a drip or skip, which I'm assuming if August 1st is right around the corner, I am overdue to shoot a top anticipated upcoming sneaker releases as well. So yeah, I got some content I got to work on, right? Okay, but yeah, we got time. You know what I'm saying? The special box on these joints. Like I said, the OG in my office, he's looking at these joints heavy. And to be honest, I always say I'm not a 10 guy. But to be fair, if I'm not mistaken, Michael Jordan played in these joints. You know what I'm saying? And I can pull the images on that joint. If they don't have it here, I can pull it. I think if I'm not mistaken, right? Let me put myself back on the main screen real quick. Boom, boom. So this is my thing. I'm almost positive, right? Jordan played in these joints. Let me find these joints. Where we at? Let me go to my joint. Let me see real quick. Releases, sneakers, real quick. I'm about to hop up off here in just a second. But yeah, we're going to do this joint real quick. Just so, I'm pretty sure I've seen the image. I think I know where to find it for sure. Give me 2 seconds. I just got to get to my one joint. Let's see. Where my joint? I forgot what it's called. Oh, I got what it is. There it is. It's the house joint. Boom, boom, boom. Man, I be doing probably too much on just looking at sneakers. But yeah, I'm gonna go to releases joint. I'm almost positive because those steel 10s are coming. Where we at? They're coming in August, which is a whole nother month, which I owe y'all definitely a dripper. I owe y'all a top anticipated upcoming sneaker releases on this joint. So give me 2 seconds. I just gotta find it. Cause I'm almost positive, yeah. We got the undefeated fours. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, there we go, right there. I got the image up on the screen. Let me share my screen. Splatter, right there. This is Michael Jordan right here. Boom. He actually played in these joints, right? Okay, so yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, says the outside expected OG dark powder branding is branding in 2025. The pair was red branding on foot in 2013. So there you go. As we all originally cap overlay. Everywhere else, black and still, yeah. So pretty much, yeah. This is Michael Jordan. We seen him in these joints playing in the game. So again, that's a lot to think about. Like I said, the OGs are gonna come out of the woodwork for these, and I don't hate them. I don't hate them. I actually like them. You know what I'm saying? And I've had only X amount of 10s, but I'll say this. They are super duper comfortable, right? They're super duper comfortable. And then, of course, everybody's bread and butter, what we're waiting to talk about right here. Undefeated Force, right? And y'all know me, low key. I've always said this 100 times. I am a major sucker for the color green all the way. You know what? Matter of fact, let me go back to the 10s. I think maybe they had some other, like, here we go right here. Boom. They're right next to each other. So these are anticipated August 2nd. These are the Undefeated Fours. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? People are really anticipating this. I know this joint brand doing that little Velcro joint on these now. I don't hate it, but I don't necessarily love it. I'm going to say this joint brand. You're doing it with the Rare Airs. You're doing it with the Undefeated Fours. Well, I don't want to see this Velcro tongue shit. Give us a break. Because you know when joint brand, when they introduce something new, they kind of try to milk it until we get tired of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? But these things are beautiful. Like, sheesh, these are beautiful, man. And this is, of course, what they posted on their Instagram posts. You know what I'm saying? These are beautiful. These are beautiful. Completely beautiful, man. I love it. You know what I'm saying? These are going to be a tough cop. I don't know how many pairs. I can tell you right now, I know one thing, they're going to be a tough cop no matter how you slice it and dice it, bro. And that's just point blank, period. But let me tell the chat real quick, put myself back on the main screen, and we'll pretty much get ready to wrap this thing up. I've been on this joint for like an hour and a minute, but yeah, we about to get ready to wrap this joint up. Let me tell the chat real quick. Where we at? Long Beach says, I think the steel 10s will be available too. Oh, I'm positive. I won't be surprised. Divine says, there's 18,000 pairs of steel 10s on sneakers allegedly. Yeah, again, take it with a grain of salt. I see the Divine is seeing that too. Take it with a grain of salt. We don't know the numbers for sure, but that's what's floating around. So allegedly, you know, that's really not a lot. You know what I mean? In my opinion. Long Beach says August 2nd is for the Steels 10 a.m. Think about that. And we have the Undefeateds for August 2nd too. Decisions. I'm going to say this. I'm just going to enter for both. Hell, fuck it. If I hit both, I hit both. If I hit one, cool. If I don't hit none, it is what it is. Long Beach says, Divine, that's a lie. That won't be a total on release day. Sniper Kicks also said there would only be 55K pairs for the Great Fives. He was completely wrong on that. I'm going to say this, and not picking on him or anybody in particular. Nike them never reveals that. We don't know the number, man. And to be honest, for the people who get that, they don't never reveal their sources. So again, that's why I always say, take that shit with a grain of salt, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even sweat it no more. You know what I'm saying? I ain't knocking the people who posted in Discord and put it out there. That's cool. I ain't tripping. But just know that me, personally, when I hear hey, this is stock numbers, this is stock numbers, I still take it with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? Because, hell, even if you be like, who you got it from? Cool. Well, I can't tell you that. This and the third, they won't ever reveal. You know what I'm saying? Hell, do y'all just come with, where the number come from? You know what I'm saying? That's why I always take it with a grain of salt, period. Long Beach says, yeah, they run stuff into the ground. Facts, Polo. This is true. Nike them definitely do that, so we're going to see how they do with that. Devon says, if I were to hit on the Undefeateds, no black cats for me. I still, if the black cat's coming with the Nike check on the back, oodles and noodles for me for a little bit, bro. I'm gonna be 100. If I got the chips, I'm copping. You know what I'm saying? Undefeated fours, I want. Rare Air fours, I want. The steel 10s, I want. And I would love to have the black cat fours, especially with a Nike check. You know what I'm saying? Period. Divine Photo says, no Sniper Kicks. I don't get info from him. I mean, again, it's not just him. A lot of people put stuff out there. We're not picking on nobody in particular. A lot of people we've seen, what's the one dude that a lot of people said that he deleted it? I saw that one dude that keep putting his joint out there. He was wrong on it too. Everybody's favorite person too. I can't even think of homie name, but I think he do it on like Twitter and stuff like that. You know, I think what is it, Z Sneakerhead? I mean, nobody's 1% accurate if we're going to keep it a real, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? People know the numbers out there to get people talking, you know? It's to get people going, you know what I'm saying? It's like that Jay-Z and Kanye song, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We know what it is, but it gets the people going, man. It gets people motivated, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, it keeps it a little exciting because, you know, here we are talking about it. So, at the end of the day, I feel like whatever those guys' intentions are, whether they feel like there's truth behind it or not, they're doing what they want to do. It's provocative, you know what I'm saying? They like that, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Will Ferrell, right? The dude, I think that was the dude that was talking on the Jay-Z and Kanye joint. Devon says Uncle Christie sometimes be on point. Again, hit or miss. Nobody's perfect. Point blank period, dog. Nobody's perfect. But let's go and wrap things up here for the night. I've been on this joint for an hour and 5 minutes, man. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love, active in the chat. Definitely, we got some decisions to make. Again, tonight's topic, I covered the White House confirmed 19% shoe tariffs rate against Indonesia. And then the extra butter chief operating officer, we covered that as well. And of course, you know we talked upcoming sneaker releases because, I mean, we got a lot of heat around the corner. Salutes to everybody. And whatever you're going for, I hope that you succeed and cash your W. And if not, hey, do all me. If you're going to buy it on resale, do your thing. If you're going to move on to the next, do your thing. I respect you no matter what. I'll be back live again on Saturday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. Until then, y'all smash that like button. Sub to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional try hauls, and y'all know we got Music Monday, but I'll see you guys again on Saturday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. Until then, smash that like button and sub up, and yeah, I am officially out this thing, man. Peace.
December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone.